If you have a 3-hour class, the first 30 minutes are when most of the information gets remembered. Everything after that. So what I'm about to tell you, I've got about 5 minutes left, to stick in your memory, because we have something called the thimble. And whatever you pour into the thimble, you can remember that much. And then anything else that I put in, some of it's going to leak out. So what I need to do is stop it and let you use it in some way and let you hold it. This is called working memory. And so we do things like, my name is Steve, and this is my phone number, and we know that there is something called the forgetting curve. So what I'm suggesting that you need to do is you call this number at least 3 times each week. And it's something like, hi, I just wrote out the word endemic, and I remember it because N is like in, and the endemic, if something is endemic, like alligators are endemic in Florida, because they're in Florida, they're local. What you just did, you could have been talking to a mobile phone's answering machine. It could be 3 in the morning, and you called this. This right here is your memory discharge. I want you to be able to take that word that you've been looking at and get rid of it. Because by doing that, it transfers it to something called long-term memory. Unfortunately, you have to do that at least 3 or 4 times, because 2 days from now, you'll look at endemic and you might not remember it. So you have to go and capture it again, and then do something to push it into, what's this? Long-term memory. And if you do this about 3 times, eventually it gets stuck in long-term memory. Endemic. The 2 websites I want you to live with, we got this list from something called freevocabulary.com. freevocabulary.com. And the second place that's quite good, I like majortest.com. Do you guys have any other websites that you prefer? Have you heard about, I mean, there's quite a good one called Number 2 as well. The reason I mention this at the beginning is so that some people come here with a fabulous book. Oh, you've got a really thick book. Oh, it's so beautiful. We love thick books. And they spend 5 weeks carrying it around with them. And I look at the book and it's never been touched because they want to sell it. So, I mean, for those people, if you really don't want to mark up the book, you can always go to these places called Major Tests and Number 2. And you have a very important job to do here. You're looking for the question mark. If you know how to do something, that's great. But if you're carrying around a big book, you're marking with a check mark. I looked at it, I know how to do it, and I did it in under 60 seconds. I know it seems hard, but that's basically, you've got to get through a problem, most problems, in 60 seconds. If you can't see where it's going, if it's taken you 3 minutes to do a problem, you write fast. You got the right answer, but it took you longer than a minute. You write fast on it, or faster. And what do you suppose the question mark is? No idea whatsoever. That's right. And so you're bringing your question marks and your fasters to each class. That right there is the structure of the class.